Hi there and welcome to the 8th workout of the 12 Rows of Christmas 2025, Time to Sleigh. On the 8th day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 8 twos at 2k. Fun times ahead. So what we're going to do is 8 2-minute intervals at 2k pace and stroke rate with 2-minute rest in between. So this is going to be a really tough workout, okay? So we've had a couple of relatively easy ones and this one's going to kick you up the butt. There's no other way to put this one really. So we are going to do a 5-minute warm-up. So if you want to do more of a warm-up, then either go load up another of my rows. I recommend the 5k every day, or you can just pause the video, continue rowing, but maybe this 5-minute warm-up is going to be enough for you anyway. Who knows? I'm going to just do 1 minute worth of drills and then the other 4 minutes is going to be worth of rowing. So maybe that's going to be enough, but I want to make sure that you're properly warm. But trust me, by the time you get to the end of that first interval, you're going to be warm. So, right, let's get into our warm-up anyway. Let's get our machine set up first, and that means going to your foot straps, foot stretcher height, and get that set to where you need it to be. And what I recommend is for the strap to cover the balls of your feet, because that should allow you to get into the front of the machine with your shins pointing vertically comfortably. If you're too high, it can be a bit tough to get there, but low, you can go past that point and that sends your backside out from underneath you, unless you're me, in which case it just goes away anyway. Next up, go to your drag factor or resistance, whatever your machine has, and set that where you want it to be. Okay, so you want to have a nice feeling from the stroke, but you don't want to be fighting against it, all right? There's a balance here between allowing that weight of the stroke to kind of help you, but also if you have to fight it, then that's where your technique starts to fall apart, all right? So we're going to get into that 5-minute warm-up. We're going to start off at a nice, easy pace, build into it a little bit, do 1 minute of drills, and then do another 2 minutes worth of rowing in order to kind of like get us through and ready and all right? Less talking, more rowing. Don't know why I'm talking so much today. Probably because I'm scared of today's workout. Here we go then in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Right. Scared is possibly the wrong word to use, but 8 times 2 is a tough old workout. It's kind of close to the intensity. Well, you're rowing it at 2k rate and pace. And so even though you've got those 2 minutes worth of rest in between, if you hit this one hard enough, it does start to feel round about as tough as a 2k. But for the time being, we're just warming up. So I just want you to think about that rock forwards over your hips, just tilting into a forwards tilt, and then trying to keep a good posture as you come to the back of the machine for that backwards tilt. If you can just get this rock pivot forwards and backwards in place, it'll tidy up so many things with your rowing. You'll be able to add in that power of your backswing because you're teaching yourself to drive out with a forwards tilt. Now you can start to increase that push from your legs if you want. In 40 seconds time we'll do that 1 minute worth of drills. But if you want to start increasing intensity to help you get warmer, then please do. I'm still going to hold it down at around about 20 strokes a minute, but just push harder with my legs to get a little bit more of a zing into my stroke. Okay, so in 3 strokes time, we're going to row just with our back and arms. So one more here. Sit at the back of the machine and then swing over your back, pull in your arms, but keep your legs pretty straight. You can have a bit of a soft bend. You'll see that my knees come up a little bit as I tilt forwards, but also I'm not rolling into the front of the machine. This is all about back and arms. And then we're going to take 2 more of these. Then we roll into the front, straight arms, forwards tilt, and just push out from the front with your legs only. Keep your arms straight and that forwards tilt. And really this is about trying to concentrate on the timing between that leg press and the handle biting into the machine. Take 3 more of these, and then we'll get back into some proper rowing. So this is where, over the course of 2 minutes, we want to gradually increase the pressure that we're rowing at. So let's increase the stroke rate up to about 22, 23. Hopefully you'll see your pace drop as you do so. And then let's push a little harder still, slightly faster stroke rate. 24, 25. Get those legs pumping, get the heart rate climbing a bit. And let's push harder still. Remember, as the stroke rates get higher, it's important that you don't hold the handle against your chest. Let's go even higher. I'm up at 28 now. Hanging off the handle, letting my legs do the work here. Then swinging my back and pulling the handle. And then we're going to finish off the final 30 seconds at round about 30 strokes a minute. Whew. And this is round about the rate and pace that I'll be rowing today's session at. Okay, almost there. Last stroke. Right, keep on moving, have a quick drink, and I'll quickly explain one more time what we're doing today. Okay then, it's a simple format, but it's going to be hard work. 8 2-minute intervals with 2 minutes rest in between at your 2K. It's all about the twos, all right? So I want you to get up to that 2K stroke rate that you row at and your 2K pace. So this is a little bit different in terms of the row along because you might be rowing this at a slightly different stroke rate to me, but it's important that you do your row here, that it's your 2K pace. You don't have to follow me, but I'm going to be round about 30 strokes a minute. If you're like, I don't know what I'm going to do today, then try and follow me, see what happens, okay? So we're going to start off 2 minutes. Don't worry if your first 15 seconds or so feel like you're trying to just still continue that warm up. You are going to get nice and warm really quick, okay? So here we go in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. So it's all about getting up to pace quickly and then trying to hold it. You're not sprinting to start and then easing off as you go through this row or even through the intervals. So I have started off here at 1:47, which probably is a fair representation of my current 2K pace. So I want to hold this certainly to the end of this interval. Got less than a minute to go. Try and breathe. Find your rhythm. Whether that means 1 or 2 breaths per stroke. "20 seconds. "10 seconds. "3, 2, 1, and rest. I'm afraid this is going to be one where I don't think I'll be talking quite as much. I'm just focusing on holding pace, which I was 146.9 average there. That's all right, I'll do. Whew. Now you'll see I prefer my rest format is to hold on to my knees, weirdly, don't ask me why. I hold on to my knees and I just kind of rock up and down the rail, just keeping my legs moving, but pretty much zero effort here. I'm just bending my knees to slide forwards, and then with about 20 seconds to go, I'll pick up the handle and do some light rowing just to get the flywheel moving before the next interval. But of course, if you want to do light rowing for the entire rest period, it's entirely up to you. I prefer not, if only because I want to make sure that I've recovered as much as I can so that I can put in as much effort as I can into the interval itself. I don't want to even rob myself of 5% potential power that could be going into the next interval by doing light rowing here, but you do you. No one's going to tell you exactly what to do here, apart from the format of the row itself. So, got 20 seconds to go. I'm just going to move very slowly to get the flywheel moving. 10 seconds to go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. It's the same thing again. Don't be surprised if the first few strokes here, you're going a fair bit faster than before. It's because you're a little bit warmer now. Ooh. And then just, the good thing about 30 strokes a minute is that it is pretty much a 1-to-1 ratio, or at least it is for me. 1 second drive, 1 second recovery. So if you can focus on being like a metronome, you can almost lose yourself in the rhythm. "50 seconds. Keep those arms straight as you push the machine away with your feet. "20 seconds. 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Oh, I was a wee bit slower there. That's a shame. I think I was hovering closer to 29 for a lot of that. And although I averaged 30 in all, it didn't really average out the pace to what it should be. So I was 148.7 average on that one. The thing about this is that you want to pace yourself properly on this row so that you find that balance of working just on the limit so that you can get through all 8 intervals, but you don't want to hold back. It's only 60 strokes if you're following me. And so you should be able to get through, as long as you're not like doing the fly and die thing where you're just absolutely racing up and down and you're gone within 30 seconds, then you should be able to pace this in a way that, even if those first two intervals you felt, oh, I could have gone faster, well, the next one, go faster and find what you're capable of. If you don't know what you're capable of, you don't know. And so this is why we train, this is why we row, this is why we do workouts like this, so that you can learn what your body is capable of. Okay. Whew, 20 seconds. Do some easy rowing. But yeah. This is why we're here. 10 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1, go. It's like that old thing about, they call it fishing, not catching. It's kind of what we're doing here. We're fishing, we're trying to find what our body is capable of. Because there's a good chance, if you take the average of all of your intervals, pace, then that is going to be very close to what your average 500 meter time would be if you were to row a 2K time trial. So those of you who have done one, you have that knowledge, so you can try to hold that pace or faster. But if you haven't done one, this is a good way to estimate what your 2K pace would be before you row one. 30 seconds. Remember, hook, fingers over the handle. Don't tighten up. 10 seconds. Whew, that's better. Back to 146.9. Oh, is that only 3? Whew. What's my heart rate? 146 beats per minute, which is climbing into zone 4. Make sure and have a drink. The lid just hit me in the face. Remind me of that next time if I have a drink. So the good thing about this, when I was talking about the 2K thing, is that if you row 2K flat out, it is a tough row. There's no way to sugarcoat it. Whereas this, although 16 minutes, 8 times 2 minutes, is likely to be a lot longer than your 2K, your time trial. You might be like a 9-minute person, might even be a 10-minute person, who knows. But 16 minutes is probably going to be longer than your 2K time. But you're getting these 2-minute rests in between every 2 minutes, so you get a chance to actually recover really well. Like, what's my heart rate? Oh, it's not that much better, but 134 for my heart rate. But I do feel like I'm okay to start the next one. Right, coming into 10 seconds to go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. And this is the other benefit of so many rests, is it gives you a chance to kind of reboot when it comes to technique. If the start of every interval you make sure to get back to the best of intentions, then sure, things can fall apart, but it's only going to fall apart for a short amount of time, and then the next interval you can reset again. Straight arms, forwards tilt, over your hips, into the front, sliding until shins are vertical. Try not to collapse into the front. Keep a good, powerful posture. 20 seconds. Ten seconds. Oh, almost there. 3, 2, 1. Oh. My pattern seems to be one fast one, one slow one. Whew, I was back to 148.5 that time. Heart rate's the same, but good news is we're at the Bon Jovi point. Whoa, we're halfway there. Hopefully that's not enough to get a copyright strike. Wouldn't it be amazing if John Bon Jovi was an indoor rower and one day he was like, I'm John Bon Jovi, I'm gonna row to a video, who's this guy? He finds me. He's like, I'm gonna do that 8 times 2 minutes, that looks like fun. And then halfway through I start singing. And then he sends me a stern email about my poor impression. He's like, I don't mind you singing, but that's not how I talk. That's not how us boys from Jersey talk. New Jersey. I've gone mad. Right. Oh, I forgot to have a drink. I'll get one next time. 30 seconds to go. So we've done 4. 4 to go. It's downhill from here, but keep your pace up. If you get what I mean. It's downhill for the intervals, not for your effort. 20 seconds to go. Whew. It's not warming up in the studio at all. I can still see my breath. 10 seconds to go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. And remember what I said during the warm-up. If you are struggling with the high rate rowing, then the 2 likely culprits are posture and the handle away. You will notice that I am not holding the handle against my chest. I basically bounce it off my chest. I tap it in and then let it come away. So that means I'm not wasting time at the back of the stroke. Because if you are doing that, it's no wonder you can't get a higher rate. And then resetting posture, sitting up on sit bones helps the momentum coming forwards. 20 seconds. Ten seconds. 5, 3, 2, 1. All right, halfway at time. I was 147.7, so it's right in the middle of 146.9 and 148.4. This is not just a great way to estimate your 2K, it's also fantastic training in preparation for 2K. I'll hold on to the lid this time. Because, truth be told, I've just not been doing fast, like maintained fast stuff for a long time. This 12 Days of Christmas series has really given me the opportunity to remember that actually I really enjoy rowing fast and I should do this more. But because I've been training for high rocks, which basically is just about rowing 1K as fast and efficiently as you can. So really I'm down at like 155 pace for a 1K in high rocks, because I've got all the race to come and I've had all the race before. So it's not like a standard time trial, which I'd happily do at like 3:10. So because of all that training, I just have no speed chops anymore. So this is lovely. This and the Tabata and even the first workout, the 4 minutes, that was about power. It's great to remember that there's other ways to row. Whew. Okay. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. You know, there are a few kind of tent poles for what I try to do here with RowAlong. I mean, number one is just to get you on the rowing machine and rowing for longer than you might otherwise have done. Like, if you weren't rowing along to this video, maybe you'd get to the end of this interval and throw in the towel, because it's getting a little spicy. But I'm hoping that seeing me get through this is enough for you to continue with the whole workout. 30 seconds. Whew. 20. You can tell I'm tired, or my cardio's at the limit when I just talk time. 8 seconds. 5, 3, 2, 1. Oh. 2/10 faster. Wow. Yeah, I try as much as possible to not say things like, oh, it's getting hard now. Because it might not be for you, or maybe that's not what you want to hear. But at the same time, when I'm breathing out my ears, there's no point me saying, hey, come on, we've got this. This is a great row. Hey, this is amazing. Woo! Platitude nonsense. That is definitely not what RowAlong is about. I'd rather, of the two, I'd rather let you know that it's starting to get tough for me, so that, I mean, listen, I have to be authentic here if nothing else, and I'm putting the work in. If someone does an 8x2 workout, climbs our 2K pace, and can read Romeo and Juliet to you the whole time, I'd wager they could go faster. I mean, to be honest, I could go faster than I am right now, but because I'm talking, it is taking a little bit. So I'm averaging 146-ish. So maybe I'd be 145 if I wasn't talking. All right, 20 seconds to go. We've got 2 more of these to go, so come on. This one can often be the toughest, number 7, because you're like, oh, I still got 1 more. But don't let it be tough. Let's kick it in the backside. Come on, we can do it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Of course, maybe that's why I'm not as big as the other ones. Maybe because I am too real. Hey man, I'm just so real. Right, keep those arms straight at the front. Fingers hooked over the handle. Maintain your forwards tilt for as long as you can. Let your legs do the work here. And finish it with your back and arms. A minute to go. Wrists flat as you pull the handle in to sternum height. Maybe a slight outwards flare of your elbows. 20 seconds, but not chicken wings. 10. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hey. Oh, 1:46. Almost a second faster than any of the previous ones. Does make me wonder how sloppy my technique was getting in previous intervals, because I was mostly talking to myself there when it came to technique, trying to tighten up my own technique. And as a result, I went 0.9 of a second faster, and what's that, 5 meters further Oh, it's a lot of hard work for the sake of 5 meters. That's basically from me to you. Oh, but the great news is that we have one interval left. 60 strokes, depending on your stroke rate. And we're all done with the main session. Then we'll take 30 seconds, which won't seem like long, but it'll be enough just to kind of quickly go, oh, what's my name? And then we'll do a 2-minute cool down. Oh, right. Right, posture. Think about posture here, John, come on. It's only 2 minutes. You can hold your posture for 2 minutes. Right, here we go then. So 20 seconds, pick up your handle, get the flywheel moving. Ten seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. And this time, you can go as fast as you want, but I still recommend sprinting the end, not the beginning, because we do still have 1 minute 40 to go. Now I'm going to focus on leaving as short a space of time between my slide forwards and my drive out. I'm not even looking at the monitor. Oh, I just did. A minute to go. Remember to breathe. Twenty seconds. Wind it up if you can. High rate, high power. 3, 2, 1. 143.4. I was down at 136 by the end. Ooh. Catch your breath. In 10 seconds time, we'll ease into a cool down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. So take this gently, but do try, if you can, to maintain a good posture. I mean, I think it was the Tabata workout where I was just flopping up and down the machine at the end of it. Whereas weirdly, this one, I'm a bit more, maybe because of the training. I mean, that Tabata was the first time I'd gone up near max heart rate in a long time on the rowing machine. So that was, well, the third day. So maybe just in the course of these 5 more days, and the ski erg training and the bike, maybe it's just, I'm a bit more used to this intensity. And again, that's why we train, is to get used to this stuff. There's a good chance that you could come back to this workout in like well, say you finish off the 12 rows of Christmas, you could then circle back to this workout. I mean, on my channel, I think this 8x2 at 2 has appeared a few times. So you could just search out another version of it if you don't want to come back to this one and give it another go. And chances are you do a lot better just because of the knowledge of this one. Okay, one more stroke for me. And I am done with my cool down. You don't have to stop cooling down. If you need more, keep on going. I'm going to go into some stretching so you can continue to row while I'm stretching, and you can do your own stretching afterwards, all right? It's probably more important that you cool down sensibly and then add on stretching. So I've just loosened off my straps very slightly so I can flick my toes back up at them. So basically I'm kind of roundabout, kind of right angles between ankles and shins. Not totally, but just enough of a change. And straight legs, hands in the air, fold forwards. So I'm folding, I'm not curling and bending. I'm folding, hinging forwards. And that creates the stretch down here in my hamstrings. You can do this one leg at a time. You can do this sitting on the ground. You can do this, like I said before, with one leg up on a door frame if you want. Find the way that stretches your hamstrings right for you and do that. I mean, there's various yoga stretches. Hanamine, is that one of them? Yeah, that can really get into your hamstrings. I like to do this one when I'm on the rowing machine. I feel it just hits in here, and then I will do like supplementary hamstring stretches later as well. Right, let's get this right for the leg. So glutes next. Put one foot on the ground, bring the opposite foot over so the ankle is kind of just below your knee, and then take one hand, hold on to your knee, and then hold on to the back of the machine. So find your position here, and then rotate your body around. See, I'm bringing my shoulder back and rotating, and I'm also trying to keep this knee in the same place. Okay, so if I was to look forwards, I've got a straight line between my face, my knee, and the front of the machine. But I'm rotating around now, and that's giving me a lovely stretch down here in the glutes. Okay, glutes are so neglected. It may be the biggest muscle in our body, but we don't treat it with the respect of the big guy, do we? Right, let's change legs. Whee! Same thing again. You have to look at the back of my head. Sorry. I always make the joke about, you can tell me if I'm going bald, so I'm not gonna do that today. I've already done the Bon Jovi joke today, so in terms of my my repertoire, it's like I've got the book of RowAlong, and as long as I say one or two of the same things each time, it's like there's a video series I watch, pitch meetings, where it's basically, you should watch it on YouTube, but he always says the same kind of catchphrases over and over again, and that's what I need to do. So, right, we've done glutes, we've done hamstrings. Should we do quads next? Let's. So I'm going to stand up. Apologies if my head has just popped off the top of the screen or if my feet disappear. The dangers of doing this on green screen. So I'll do this slightly at an angle so you can see what's going on. Bring one knee up in front of you, and then that will help you hold on to your ankle, and then pull it behind you so that your ankle is touching your backside. Now I'm holding on to the monitor arm here for stability, because weirdly, standing at an angle to you means I'm about to fall over. I don't quite know why. It's like I'm falling into the machine. I'm kind of half on, half off my mat, I suppose. It could be that. Let's blame it on that and not just me being completely unstable. I've been accused of many things, but being unstable is not one of them. Not yet. Right, I'm going to try and do this without holding on to anything. So bring one foot up in front, or your knee up in front of you. Hold on to your ankle. We all saw that coming, didn't we? And then hold that ankle against your backside. Now watch the concentration of a man who does not want to fall over on camera. Oh, hit your Zen position here. Oh, I've got some rather solid orthopedic insoles inside my shoes today, and they ain't helping. These are old ones I got made like 30 odd years ago. I just dug them out while I wait for proper ones to be made by the Mind Body Leg Clinic or something, wherever they're called in Glasgow. Right, okay, I think that's long enough for them, crikey. Telling you tales of my feet when I should have been moving on. Right, so that's our legs done. Let's do forearms next. And I was doing one of these today and I realized that my shoulder was back up in the air again, so try and get it back down again. Put your hands in front of you as though you're praying, and then push those hands together. And as you're pushing, bring them down in front of you. And as you bring them down and your forearms end up parallel with the floor, then you should feel you get a really nice stretch in your wrists and you're kind of underneath the forearms. Not the top of your forearms, but you're underneath the forearms. Which in today's row, with all that hanging off the handle at full force, I mean, they probably have got a little bit of use, so they will really appreciate this, okay? So pushing, okay? Now we'll move on to shoulders, which again, if you're doing it right, they should have got a little bit of kind of activation too. So put your hands straight in front of you. This is my Bon Jovi, hey, impression, because he always did that. Living on a prayer. So straight out in front of you, bring it across your body. I can only really get it to run about 45 degrees, but then if I use this arm to then help it straight across my body, then what happens is I get a really nice stretch up in my shoulder. Very good. And just hold it for a second. If you don't feel you're getting a stretch here, then it could be that your everything's rotating around. Instead of kind of bringing your arm across your chest, you're just doing this. And that's not the point. So just hold it against across your body. Let's change arms. The same thing again. And the force here, I mean, especially if you're hunting for a stretch, the force here isn't so much that you're trying to snap your arm, okay? It's not like you're like an action man and you're trying to just like pop the elastic out of the shoulder. That's not, if you're doing that, that's probably a bit much. But you should just, if you keep your body facing forwards and just bring your arm across, as you see your shoulder come into your peripheral vision, so I can see it come in down here, then that's where you should start to feel that stretch coming in. Although maybe you've got bigger shoulders than me, so who knows. Right, and that's it. So there are other muscles that you can stretch, like your hip flexors. You might want to do biceps, you might want to do triceps. It's entirely up to you. You might even disagree with every single way that I do these stretches, in which case, do you. It's the same with like rowing. The only thing I'd say is technique, don't do you, all right? Technique, it is important that you have like the straight arms and the forward tilt and you push the machine away with your legs. So if you are the kind of person who pulls early and swings your back early and doesn't use your legs, don't do that. Do what I say, okay? Maybe not do what I do because I've still got this strange butt scoot, but do what I say. We're done. All right, I'm in rant mode, so we're obviously done. So that's day 8. That was just a hard one, wasn't it? But it was a lot of, when you go through this workout, like in the middle of this workout, you're questioning your life choices, but you come out the other end of something this and you're like, wow, that was actually a great workout. I could go and do more. So I'm gonna go and jump on the ski erg for 15 minutes now. Woohoo. And so because this was a toughie, then tomorrow's gonna be a little bit easier just to let you kind of recover from it, because there's no point stacking up too many intense rows one after the other. So I hope you look forward to that for day 9. So I do hope you're enjoying this series. Do get in touch and say hello, leave me some comments if you've got any suggestions for other workouts, whether it's part of this series or another series. Just get in touch. I love to hear from people. One of the great things about not being a massive channel is I do get a chance to reply to pretty much everyone. If it's YouTube comments, sometimes I kind of miss them. YouTube doesn't tell me about them, but if you email me at info@rowalong.com, I will reply. Same with technique stuff and whatever. So anyway, I'm going to stop talking now. You go about your day, have something to eat, have something to drink, have a shower, maybe in a different order than that, and find someone that it means something to and tell them you love them, okay? As long as you actually do love them, don't just kind of go up to like the cashier at the supermarket and go, hey, I'll pure love you. And she's like, I'm not going to give you another orange or a special tomato just because you love me, or a box of Cheerios. Go away. So find someone that actually means something to and tell them that. All right, so look after yourselves, folks. I will see you in the next workout on this. Until then, row well, be well.